Hey guys, welcome back to another video with the Portia K. I'm back. I know you probably like, girl, one video and went goats, but no, consecrating is just not that easy, okay, with the timing. But we'll get into that in a completely other video. In today's video, we're gonna get into self-worth, self-care, self-love, how not to compare, how not to be jealous, okay? We're gonna get into a little bit of everything, and yeah, first we're just gonna start off talking about these things, and I'm also gonna give you tips to use to just help you to just practice self-love, how not to be jealous, and just all those sorts. This is, well, may be a two-part video, so just stay tuned. Let's enjoy part one, and I know it's gonna get y'all going, and tune into part two when I drop next week. We're gonna be very consistent, y'all. But for right now, let's get into the video. So first things first, let's go ahead and get into topic one. Before we do, if you guys see me looking down, I'm looking at my notebook, okay? Because I'm very organized today. We're going to touch base on every point. But I really just want to start off with saying you have to really love yourself first, guys. And what that looks like is just dating yourself. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you can still date yourself by just taking yourself out on self-care dates by yourself, to a spa, to dinner, movies, whatever you feel comfortable with. Because I know it's not easy, or you may not feel that enthusiastic to going out by yourself, but you really have to be a friend to yourself before you try to seek other friends. Other ways, meditating, giving yourself the time out the day to just relax your mind and soothe yourself instead of trying to find other people to give you that soothing sensation. Yoga, taking yourself to get your nails done, anything is those are practice of self-love. And the reason I say you have to love yourself before you love others, first, in the Bible it says that. It literally says, neighbor, sorry guys, it literally says to love your neighbor as you love yourself. You cannot love anybody else until you love you first. You will find yourself hating on them. You will find yourself being jealous. You will find yourself feeling like you should be living the life they should be living. Like you can say with social media, I don't care what nobody says. Everybody compares themselves. Everybody's trying to fit one aesthetic. And the reason that is because you don't know who you are. So you feel like you want to live their life instead of living your own life because you don't love yourself. And admiration is good, but admiration can turn into jealousy. And yeah, you just can't be a friend to nobody until you're a friend to you first. You have to love yourself. You have to be okay with who you are. You have to accept you. By accepting you, that means accepting who you are today, not saying, oh, I want to be this weight tomorrow. I want to look like this tomorrow. I can't wait to be 25 so I can be 25. No, that means loving who you are today, loving your body today, accepting who you are. Because let me tell you something. God chose you, okay? And I'm not lying. It's probably like, listen, I'm not no scientist, but it's 15 million cells that God could have chose from your daddy. And God chose you. God said he had a purpose for you. Everybody in this world, anybody watching this video, you have a purpose. There's no way possible. Plants have purpose. The sun has purpose. The moon has a purpose. Everything has purpose. Time. So you have to know that you, as a human being, have a purpose in this world. Don't seek your confidence from anybody else but God. Pray. That's another thing that's also going to give you that sense of self-love. Prayer. That is number one. When I started walking this journey with God, and that was just a journey, maybe this is my lifestyle, my journey is my life, I would honestly say I started to become way more confident with the knowledge and wisdom he was giving me. How empowered you feel, because you know that I know I'm a great, phenomenal woman. Like, it's got me to the point, you really don't catch me on social media like that no more. Like, I disappear because I want to be in tune with myself and the Lord. I want to hear his voice. I don't want to hear nobody's voice on top of his. Like, I want to hear just him. And I feel like, yeah, you don't catch me talking to everybody every day. No. You got to really be a friend to you. If you find yourself talking to people every single day, like you find that a need, I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you can go without it. But if you feel like you need to talk to people every day, you feel like you cannot take a break from them, you're not being a friend to you. Okay? Let's get into some more things. I'm not gonna lie too. Even to touch base on the friendship thing, when you aren't being a friend to yourself, you will find yourself tolerating a lot of things you should not tolerate from any relationship you're in, whether it's a friendship or actual romantic relationship. That's why it's so important to love yourself, so you can establish boundaries and standards within yourself. We're gonna get into that in part two. Let's finish part one, okay? We're gonna get into that some more, okay? I'm gonna give y'all some tips for that too, but no, just set your own standards. We gonna get into that, but set your own standards, you guys. Like, Don't let nobody come into your life and tell you what they're gonna do with you. Whose life is it? Theirs or yours? Do your own, figure out your own standards, y'all, before people come to your life. I always struggle with boundaries. I kind of let people kind of slip and slide, and I would joke when saying something, like I'd be like, don't say that about me. And people will say it again because they're not taking me serious. No, if you don't want nobody to say a certain thing to you, be stern. Like, you don't gotta talk to me like that. Stand firm in your boundaries, set your standards, and don't shake them for nobody, y'all. It's a reason why you're uncomfortable with it. Also, don't wait for nobody to come into your life to give you validation. You need to wake up every morning and tell yourself, God created me. I'm a 10. Like, give yourself that. Don't wait for somebody to come and tell you, oh my God, you're so pretty. And it's like, it makes your whole entire life. Like, no, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. Like, you gotta know that and walk with that. I don't care what you look like or what you feel like you look like or what you want to look like. You are beautiful. I be saying that, but I really be meaning that. Like, it don't matter what the outside is. I'm sorry, looks fake. It really matters about that inside too. I'm not gonna lie, your self-esteem, it influences your self-image. If you don't feel pretty, you're gonna walk around with your head down. You're gonna look sad and you're gonna feel sad. You really do gotta just tell yourself you the one. You should not feel like nobody's out here touching you, like, at all. Like, You gotta feel like, yeah, I'm that girl. What about it? Nobody should shake you. Nothing. Give yourself validation every single day. I'm telling y'all, in the mornings, when y'all wake up, before you grab that phone, I know this is hard because this was a challenge for me too. But as I started to I had this app. It's called Off Screen. And I set it to lock my phone in the morning and lock my phone, like basically lock my phone for the first hour in the morning when I wake up. Let's say I wake up at 9, I'll lock it until like 11 and then, or 10. And then I'll lock it, let's say if I go to sleep at 11, I'm locking it at 10 to give myself the last hour of the night and the first hour when I wake up, just for me and God. So I'll find myself waking up, giving myself validation, reading my word, and meditating. And it just started to bring a difference into my life. I had this different sense of peace and joy that I walked with. So I'm just saying, in the mornings, do that. Give yourself that time before you go validate somebody else. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, look, she did this. Do that for yourself. Oh my God, I'm so pretty. Like, and remain humble, but just give yourself that validation before anybody else can give it to you. Give it to yourself. This is something I struggle with. Don't try to be perfect. God created you to be you. You don't have to sit here and do things to be perfect. Because let me tell y'all something. All this stuff that you see be going on, any enhancement people be doing, like I'm speaking like, like anything you see people do, that don't mean you have to go do it. Like, not everybody need a fat butt. Not everybody need big boobs. If you see a girl with a fat butt, maybe she need it. Maybe you got the face. I don't know. Or if you see a girl that's touching that face, or whatever the case is, y'all, you don't need it. You are beautiful. Stop trying to be perfect, because people be sitting here on tables passing away trying to be perfect. God didn't make no mistake with you. Like, I don't care. And let's say you have to love your body for what it is today. If you want to lose weight or if you want to gain some, still love how you look. But yes, go to the gym. I ain't gonna lie, going to the gym make you feel good because it makes you feel like you're working towards a goal. It makes you feel like you're not being lazy. But love your body today. You are beautiful. Okay? We are women. Our body's always going to change. We're going to bear kids. Like, our body's never going to be the same. So you have to love your body in every form you see it in. Okay? Things that I do, which I kind of listed throughout these videos on how to remain self-care, self-love, I would definitely have to say having self-talks. I know y'all see I talk a lot. Baby, I talk to myself too. I really do give myself a lot of validation. I could be driving the car. Sometimes you just drive without music. Turn the music off and just have a self-talk with myself. I do meditate now. I love meditating. It was something very hard for me to get into because I think a lot. So it started off with guided meditation. I got on YouTube and it's just guided meditation 10 minutes because, baby, close my eyes for a little bit more than that was like, I don't know about that just yet. And I think I even did a 5-minute one, and I just started meditating, and it just helped to soothe my mind. And then things I do read my word, and me learning more about God, it just makes me feel more confident. It just makes me feel like, no, God really like created me. Like, he took his time with me. Okay, the Most High is my Father. Like, that really just gave me a boost of confidence. Literally just anything that dedicates time to yourself. Another thing I've always been a fan on is self-care dates. I love dates. By myself, I'll take myself to a restaurant. I took myself to see the Barbie movie. That was really, really nice. By myself, like, I feel like I'll treat myself to some food. Sometimes if I had a hard 2 weeks, just little stuff like that I'm just doing for self-care. I would do skincare. And I'm not trying to say that, y'all, but sometimes I don't have anything to be sitting here doing too much for. But it's not about that. I don't care what type of skin you have, still do some skincare. Something to just make you feel good. Like, whether some little topical eye patches, whatever that's called, like, I'll do that just because, like, I just make myself feel good. I buy myself robes. I buy myself little outfits to put myself in. And just, I like to feel good. So, I would definitely say just even care about my looks more. What are some other things? I download off screen, so I don't use my phone in the mornings. I have things I have to do first before I could get on social media. And at the end of the night, I really try my hardest not to use it for the last hour when I'm about to go to sleep, just because I don't want to end off of negativity or anything you may see. I like to just kind of just get that last hour to me, myself, and God, or just me. Sometimes just me and myself. I also want to say the mentality of it's okay to admire people, but it's not okay to compete. Admiration can turn into jealousy, and that's why I say you just have to be careful. I admire people in a way of like just finding beauty in what is for them. I think you have to understand what's for you. So somebody that is, I don't know, but I have my own path and this person has their own path. My path is made for me, their path is made from them. It's not one thing in somebody's life that I want right now. I really want to see what God had ordained for me. I'm so focused on myself. It's hard for me to focus on anybody else. I love you, I'm going to support you, I'm going to celebrate you, but I don't want it because I don't know what comes with it. I don't know what you went through to get there. I don't know what's going on. I just know it's here for you, so you deserve it. So just be careful with how you admire, because if you're admiring like, dang, I wish that was happening for me, that's not admiration. You're starting to compare, and then it just leads to just a little deeper. So just being careful with how you're doing that. I also want to say, you're going to feel insecure sometimes. Like, with all that, you're going to feel those days. You're going to have those days because some days it's proper emotions. We're going to feel sad sometimes. But when you're practicing these things, it's a little easier for you to snap out of it and just rebuild your mind. And just like when you're feeling those days, you know what to do. Okay, I need a little more self-care. I'm neglecting myself. But it's okay to feel insecure. It's okay to have those days, but don't stay stuck in that. Pick yourself up out of that. And just remember who you are. I also want to say, don't be intimidated by other women, but be motivated. So if you're seeing somebody do something you are interested in doing, like a nurse, a doctor, social media content creator, whatever the case is, feel motivated. Like, let that motivate you. Like, if she's doing, I could do this too. Like, I need to work harder. Like, she did this, she worked hard. Let that be your motivation. So thank you guys for watching part 1 of this video. Stay tuned for part 2. It's going to be dropping next week. We're going to get into just romantic relationships and friendships without having self-love. But for today, just like, subscribe, and comment. And just, if you have anything else you'd like for me to discuss, my social media handles, just DM me and let's get into it. But until next time, guys, see you guys in the next video.